wanted to talk today about a topic that I'm going to start laughing because I find it to be a little bit humorous. You just can't help it. But most people really don't like to talk about it. You know, it's one of those quiet issues. But Lizzie and I both feel that it's important to be open and to communicate. So today we are going to talk about how we use doggy diapers. I find, especially since my dogs are in full coat and that they have long hair, that sometimes when they're sick or they have to go potty, it's just a messy occasion, and there are things that we like to do to be prepared for it. Well, first of all, I like to use a disposable doggy diaper. Pretty much for those times, like if we have to travel, when I go away from my job, sometimes I can take Ellie with me, and I'm not 100% positive at night because she likes to sleep in the big bed with me. I'm not 100% positive that she's going to be safe, and she's almost 3 years old, and she's completely potty trained. But like anybody else, she gets nervous and has accidents, which it did take a long time to potty train my Shih Tzu. It's like they hear you, but they just don't get it, or they ignore you. It took a long time to potty train them. So potty training is another one of those occasions where I used a doggy diaper. I used them at night when the dogs were, I took them, say, to my mother's house, out for Christmas, in the car. There's just plenty of times that you can use a doggy diaper. Another occasion, I guess, would be like a couple of days ago. Miss Lizzie had a stomach ache. She had gone to the vet to get vaccinations, and then the stomach ache came back. So pretty much her stool was not solid, super smelly, and I didn't want her in the big bed unprotected because the night before, I guess she couldn't help it, her stomach hurt really bad, and I had to clean up a mess out of my bed. It was disgusting. So the doggy diapers come in handy. Now, for Miss Ellie, who is between 4 to 5 pounds right now, I like to use an extra small. Now, this brand is out, Pet Care. I found them at the Walmart. Typically, Walmart does carry them both in-store and online. And what you have is, it just looks like a baby diaper with little bones all over it. And there's a tail cut out so you can put the tail through. Now you can use, I've heard that people like to substitute with adult panty liners, pieces of cloth, whatever makes you happy. I like the diapers because it contains anything that might happen in the diaper until I'm ready to get rid of it. And you don't have to wash them, you throw them away. Miss Lizzie, she can fit into an extra small, but just in case I have a small size, these are simple solutions. And if you can't find them in the Walmart or Target or wherever you're at, you can order these from Amazon. They're readily available. Stewie, because he's 15 pounds, he very rarely has any kind of issue where I might need to put a diaper on him. I almost never do. But if I would have to, he'd probably be in a small to a medium-sized diaper. I also buy these diaper covers. You know, I have a Polish background, so Polish slang happens to run in my vocabulary. So we like to call them a gotchi. And I like them because they help to secure the diaper onto the dog. Even though it has elastic, these guys are escape artists and they come out of the diaper. The elastic really doesn't hold up. So like I was saying, some people like to get a adult panty liner or an old piece of cloth, anything that's absorbent to use with the doggy diaper. I prefer a lot of security. So I use the doggy diaper in combination with the gotchi. And this is a small. They're deceiving. The small is really tiny, and they're also by Simple Solutions. Walmart, if Walmart carries them, they used to have them on the shelf all the time, but the last year or so it's hit or miss. You might find them, you might not. I went onto Amazon and I ordered them off of the internet. Now this is a small. I bought both a large and the medium for Stewie, who's a full-size Shih Tzu, and I kind of prefer the medium, but he fits better into a large. So I would say buy one of each. They're not terribly expensive, and Amazon will let you return them if it doesn't work. So I'm going to show you how I put on the doggy diaper. I usually have them lay nice for me. I will position the doggy diaper where I need it to be and ask her to lay down nice. And I'm going to locate the tail hole. Because she has the long hair, it's almost impossible not to get the hair tucked in. So you just want to make sure it's not uncomfortable. And I pull it up over her duppa. And it's kind of like a little standing joke around the house that we put a gotchi on the dog's duppa. We're weird. We have a very weird sense of humor. But anyway, you want to put the doggy diaper onto the dog's backside. And locate the adhesive strips. And the first, I kind of aim toward the tail when I pull it up. The first side doesn't have to be terribly tight. You just want to make sure that it's secure. Okay. And by this time, you know, your dog wants to stand up, whatever. I don't care, as long as I can get the diaper on correctly. Make sure there's no hair stuck to the adhesive, which there usually is. And I pull it up almost as tight as it could go. If you lose the tail, like I did just now, you can just pull it back through the little hole. I found at the Target one day, now you want to make sure this is nice and secure, by the way. Not so tight it's cutting off the dog circulation. You want to be able to at least get a finger in the leg holes. But we were at Target, and preemie diapers it was like a crazy reduction in the price, and I bought them for like $3 a package. That works too. You just have to cut a little hole for the tail. It's not a big deal. Okay. So since she has her diaper on now, I'm going to get my diaper cover, or my gotchi. And the part with the tail hole goes on the top. I'm going to just put her little taily through it. Reach around to find the Velcro. Making sure there's no hair, and I'm going to secure it. And with them, it has to be a little tight because they will wiggle out of it. You can figure it out, whatever's good for your dog, but you just want to make sure you can get a finger inside of the diaper and the diaper cover, so you're not cutting off circulation. Sit. Good girl. So there. Oh no. Sit. So there you have it. That is how we diaper the dog. And she was a really good sport about being diapered when it wasn't necessary. And that should keep you safe during all those questionable times that you really don't want to have any kind of accident. I almost forgot that they usually come in a 2-pack. So we have purple and we have pink. Stewie's are blue. They're both blue. If you could buy them from Petco or PetSmart, but I didn't like how they worked. So I hope that this was helpful for anybody that wants to put a doggy diaper on their Shih Tzu.